You're not going to believe what the Golden State Warriors are quietly preparing behind the scenes right now, because if this deal actually goes through, it could completely flip the balance of power in the Western Conference overnight. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and drop your take in the comments right now, because this is one of those moments where every opinion matters, and trust me, you're going to want to be early on this one. All right, let's get straight into it. The Golden State Warriors are once again right in the middle of trade rumors, and not just any rumor. This is the kind of move that could redefine their season. Reports are heating up that the Warriors are seriously considering moving a $22.5 million contract in a direct swap for Denver Nuggets forward Michael Porter Jr., and yeah, you heard that right. This isn't some small adjustment. This is a potential blockbuster. Now, immediately, the big question is obvious. Who's the outgoing piece? Everything is pointing toward Andrew Wiggins. And honestly, when you break it down, it starts making a lot of sense. Wiggins has been a key part of this Warriors era, especially during that 2022 championship run where he stepped up in a massive way, but fast forward to now, and things just haven't been the same. His offensive production has dipped, his three-point shooting has been inconsistent, and his overall role has started shrinking as younger players begin to demand more minutes and more responsibility. Meanwhile, Michael Porter Jr. is sitting in Denver, putting up efficient numbers, averaging around 17 points per game, shooting near 50% from the field and close to 40% from three, but somehow still feeling underutilized in that system. And that's where things get really interesting, because when you think about Porter in a Warriors jersey playing alongside Stephen Curry, everything changes. Imagine the spacing. Imagine the gravity Curry creates pulling defenders out, opening lanes, forcing rotations. And now, instead of relying on inconsistent shooting nights from the supporting cast, you've got a 6'10" sniper who can rise over defenders and knock down shots with ease. That's a nightmare for any defense. Porter's ability to stretch the floor, attack mismatches, and score without needing the ball constantly in his hands fits almost perfectly into Steve Kerr's system. And let's be real, the Warriors need that right now. They've had moments this season where the offense just stalls, where if Curry isn't going nuclear, the team struggles to generate consistent scoring. Klay Thompson has had flashes, but he's no longer that same every-night guarantee, and Draymond Green brings everything except scoring. So adding someone like Porter could instantly elevate their offensive ceiling. Now, from a financial standpoint, this deal is surprisingly clean. Wiggins is making around $22.5 million, which lines up almost perfectly with Porter's contract. That means no complicated fillers, no extra pieces required just to make the salaries match. It's a straight swap that works under the cap, and those are the kinds of deals front offices love because they're simple and efficient. But let's not ignore the other side of this. Denver isn't just giving away Michael Porter Jr. for nothing. If they make this move, it's because they see value in Wiggins. And honestly, there's a case for that too. Wiggins brings defense. He brings athleticism. He brings playoff experience. We've already seen him guard elite players on the biggest stage, from Jason Tatum to Luka Doncic, and hold his own. In a Denver system led by Nikola Jokic, where offense flows through one of the greatest playmakers we've ever seen, Wiggins wouldn't need to carry scoring responsibilities. He could focus on cutting, running in transition, defending the best perimeter player, and finishing plays created by Jokic. That's a role where he could thrive again. So in a way, this trade could actually benefit both teams. But let's go deeper, because this isn't just about stats or contracts. This is about timing. Stephen Curry is 38 years old. Let that sink in for a second. The Warriors are not thinking long-term rebuild right now. They are thinking about maximizing what's left of Curry's prime, squeezing every last drop out of this championship window. And if they feel like Wiggins isn't helping them get there anymore, then moving him becomes a serious option. Now here's where things get even more intense. Fan reactions have been all over the place. Warriors fans are split. Some are saying this is a no-brainer, that Porter is the better offensive player, younger, and fits the modern NBA perfectly. Others are worried about losing Wiggins' defense, especially when you're going up against teams loaded with elite wings in the playoffs. And that's a valid concern. Defense still wins championships. But the counter-argument is simple. You can't win if you can't score. And right now, Golden State needs more firepower. Quick pause right here. If you're enjoying this breakdown, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and let me know in the comments, would you pull the trigger on this trade if you were the Warriors front office? Now let's talk about fit again, because this is where Porter really separates himself. In Golden State's system, movement is everything. Off-ball screens, constant motion, quick decisions. Porter has shown he can thrive without needing isolation, plays every possession. He can come off screens, catch and shoot, relocate and punish defenses that lose track of him for even a second. And when you pair that with Curry's gravity, it becomes almost unfair. Defenses would have to pick their poison. Double Curry and leave Porter open? That's 3 points. Stay attached to Porter and give Curry space? That's even worse. Now, defensively, yes, Porter isn't on Wiggins' level. That's the trade-off. But his length at 6'10" does give him versatility. He can contest shots, switch on to bigger players, and hold his own in certain matchups. He's not a lockdown defender, but he's not a liability either. And in a system with Draymond Green anchoring the defense, that matters. Another factor to consider is health. Porter has had back issues in the past, and that's always going to be a concern. But recently, he's been more available, playing a significant number of games over the last couple of seasons. If the Warriors' medical staff is confident, then the upside might outweigh the risk. Now let's flip it back to Denver. Why would they even consider this? Depth, flexibility, and defense. The Nuggets are already a top team in the West. They don't necessarily need more scoring, especially with Jokic, Jamal Murray, and Aaron Gordon leading the way. What they might need is balance. Wiggins gives them another strong defensive wing, someone who can take pressure off their core players, someone who can step up in big moments without demanding the ball constantly. And if things don't work out, his contract could still be moved later. So again, this isn't a desperate move for Denver. It's a strategic one. And around the league, people are paying attention. Analysts are calling this a potential turning point. Some insiders believe this could push the Warriors back into serious contender territory. Others think it's a gamble that could backfire if Porter doesn't stay healthy or if the defense takes too big of a hit. Either way, it's a move that demands attention. And that's what makes the NBA so unpredictable. One trade can change everything. Now imagine the Warriors lineup if this happens. Curry, Thompson, Porter, Draymond, Looney. That's spacing, shooting, experience, and enough defense to compete. And off the bench, you've got young energy. Guys who can run, defend, and keep the pace high. That's a dangerous team. And suddenly teams like the Lakers, the Clippers, even the Thunder start looking over their shoulder because Golden State wouldn't just be hanging around anymore. They'd be coming hard and fast. This is the kind of move that signals intent. It tells the league, we're not done. Not even close. Before we get to the final verdict, make sure you like the video, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because if this trade actually goes down, you already know we're breaking it down immediately. So here's the big question. Do the Warriors pull the trigger? If they do, they're betting on offense, on spacing, on maximizing Curry's final elite years. If they don't, they're trusting that Wiggins can rediscover that championship-level form. Both paths have risk. Both paths have upside. But doing nothing? That might be the biggest risk of all. Because in a loaded Western Conference, standing still is the fastest way to fall behind. So now it's on the front office. Do they go all in, or do they stay the course? One thing is certain. The clock is ticking, and moves like this don't wait forever. So let me ask you this. If you're the Warriors, are you trading Andrew Wiggins for Michael Porter Jr., or are you keeping the core intact and riding it out?